Hi guys, we're Climbs. I'm Cece.
Melissa.
Bing.
And we're here to show you an app called Climbs. So who here has ever rock climbed before in their life? Very cool. Now who here has ever rock climbed outdoors? Okay, it's pretty good. That's really interesting to us because rock climbing is one of the fastest growing sports in the nation. The rock climbing gym industry has been growing at a steady 10% every year. In fact, the New York Times called rock climbing the new tennis or squash of the young professional set, which kind of makes me cringe, but that's really interesting and indicative of the growth of the industry. But the thing is, while rock climbing indoors has become really accessible over the years, rock climbing outdoors is still very challenging, not just logistically, or not just technically, but also logistically. Things like, where are the coolest crags? How do I get there? Where do I park? What gear do I bring? And so to help solve some of those problems, we built an app called Climbs. Climbs is your digital guidebook to top climbs in the San Francisco Bay Area. You can access detailed route information, both online and offline. You can track your ascents and indoor training progress. And you can share beta, or climbing speak for tips, and photos with other climbers. So let's go ahead and log in. I'm going to log in as Alex Honnold, who some of you might know is the crazy guy who climbs really tall things without a rope. Okay, so when I log into the app as Alex, the first thing I see is a list of all of the climbs that I've logged with Climbs. So when you're climbing indoors, maybe you start out in January and you're climbing at like 5'9" or something. And then as you get better and better, you get really good. You start climbing 11D and you start climbing 5'13". That's pretty crazy. But so you're really good. And so now it's really time for you to start climbing outdoors. What do?
So Alex is ready to crush it outdoors. He goes to the Climbs app. It's the Browse tab, and it gives him nearby regions with outdoor climbs. These are actually sorted by climbs that are closest to him. He can also look at them on a map, see where they are. So he decides he's going to climb Castle Rock because it's the closest one. This next screen shows the different crags or rock walls that he can climb. Each of these crags has different routes, and it shows actually the distances from him. Let's see. Indian Rock looks pretty cool. He's going to climb that. And here we get something really cool. It's an illustration of the different routes for this crag. And you can get a sense of what the routes are kind of from looking at the rock face on. So he browses the different routes and finds something that's kind of close to the level he wants to climb today. So let's try Vicious Circles. Now he gets a view of that particular route. You can also check out some of the photos that other climbers have uploaded. Take a look at sort of the rock wall up close. You can also browse a feed of different tips from other climbers who've done this. So let's say Alex goes today and he notices that there's a broken bolt on this route. He wants to warn other climbers about it. He goes to add a photo. So I have a photo here, just to illustrate it. Selects that, thinks about adding a filter, but no, hashtag no filter. And submits it to the feed. And there you go, Alex has successfully warned other climbers about this broken bolt. So Climbs is also a great way to promote safe climbing. One other thing to note is that a lot of these outdoor climbs, there is no cell reception. So we've implemented a feature that you can actually save this guidebook to your phone locally. And in the Save tab here, you see he has the Castle Rock guide, so he can now access this guide from no matter where he is.
Cool. So Alex just did a great climb, and he wanted to add that to his log. So he went to the climb that he just did, which is Vicious Circle, and he sees there's a button that says log this climb. And when he clicks on the button, it already pre-selected the level and location of the climb. So he just select what the style and what type of climb he did. And when he clicked on save, that was saved to his log, as you can see here. He also just did a bouldering section just now, and he wants to add that to his climb as well. For those non-climbers, bouldering has a different scale system from the rope climbs. So he clicks on boulder and shows up the scales for bouldering. He did a V6 and it was on site. He clicks on add a location and it pulls up a list of nearby crags. He chose the one that he just did and saved it. Again, that's saved to his logs. So that was a great climbing section. And he also see there's a forum in this app. Looks like people are talking about really interesting topics around climbing. So maybe he can make some friends here.
Cool. So those are the features we've built out so far. But we're really excited about the future of climbs. We've been showing it to climbing enthusiasts and real climbers around the country, and we've gotten a lot of positive feedback. And many of the things we want to do in the future are around growing our content, because this app is only good if you have really, really great content for climbs. We think it would be great to have a network of content contributors taking pictures and drawing routes right on their phones and contributing to the guidebook. We'd also love to experiment with different paid subscription models where climbers get actually paid to document their favorite crags, and this is something we really think people are going to pay for. Other feature requests that we've gotten from climbers include social input on outdoor climbing grades. For example, if I think a climb is a 510C over here, my friend in New York might think it's a 559. And so that, with better pictures and better route diagrams, I think will really make like a great climbing guide that will completely replace climbing books for all of the millions of climbers and growing that are out there.
Cool, so that's climbs. It's a better way to find outdoor climbs, better way to prepare for outdoor climbs, and also a way to get excited about your climbing adventures. Happy adventuring!